All right. Good evening, everyone. Nittany here, back with another live stream. Today, I want to talk about living on Bitcoin, how you can find places to spend your Bitcoin. Now, when I was drafting up ideas for videos, or live streams rather, I came across, the beginning steps of living on Bitcoin, whether that's, you know, uh, how can I receive my paycheck in Bitcoin? How do I pay bills? And then also how do I actually spend Bitcoin in the real world? And in the past, I really haven't had the opportunity to do that. And now more than ever, I really wanted to do that and actually spend Bitcoin. And I know people would be like, why would you spend your Bitcoin? Aren't you supposed to save it? And I just kind of want to talk about that process. Excuse me. Sorry. Just had dinner in my stomach. I'm having a little DC. Now, when I started the process, I was kind of thinking of how do I do it? Do I replace the Bitcoin when I use it or spend it? And I'm sure, or maybe you guys aren't familiar with the term spend and replace. And in the beginning of Bitcoin, my Bitcoin journey, you could say, I have considered that option, and I got me thinking. And I watched a video, and can't remember where it was, or maybe it was just a light bulb moment for me that turned on. Would When you spend and replace, you have to think of what you are doing. You're spending your Bitcoin and then you're replacing it with Bitcoin. But how do you replace the Bitcoin? With fiat. And I think, and then it made me think, like, why don't I just have Bitcoin already and not have the fiat on the side, you know? Or why don't I just spend fiat and then, stack sats? Sure, you can do that. But I want to embrace Bitcoin, the Bitcoin standard more in 2025. And I think now is the best time more than ever. It's clicking with me, and I hope it's clicking with you. And if it hasn't yet, your time will come. You'll pay the financial tuition of Bitcoin. You'll pay the fee. You'll pay the loss. You'll learn whether you like it or not. And it's it's definitely not easy to spend Bitcoin in the real world, but it's not easy to. Sorry, I mumble. My bad. It's not always easy to spend Bitcoin in the real world, but there are tools to help now more than ever. Like in my previous video when I talked about Strike. Today I want to talk about a website that you can utilize to, you can look at the world map, or you can zone in on just one location. You might not realize that you have a Bitcoin friendly merchant or vendor or cafe or pizza parlor that's right next door to you. So that's what I want to talk about, and kind of my old mindset of spend and replace. And that the problem is with that mindset is that fiat loses value over time. It's just historic. Look into the government, the Federal Reserve. It's just insane that Bitcoin's way more superior and a better asset to hold. And I really had a shift of mindset of spend and replace to just hold and use Bitcoin. And I will say I've significantly increased a portion of my paycheck to be direct deposited into Bitcoin. I just have that conviction, and to me, it just seems like the right thing to do. And with that being said, I mean, what I want to talk about is obviously how I'm doing it, either paying bills with Strike or finding businesses with BTC Map. And I have something I want to show you guys, but before we do that, I want to take a look at the Time Chain Calendar, which is a new website that I found. And this basically showcases, what epoch we are, the subsidy, the exchange rate, which we're currently at $97,000, and the block height, which we're at 883,456. The average fee rate is for priority, it's 2 sats per VByte, or anytime it's probably 1 to 2. And like I said in the past, the mempool has since kind of built back up a little bit backlog. I think about, like, it says up here 14 blocks, which is fine. And yeah, that's that. What the main reason I want to talk and make this video with you guys is BTC Map. And this website, you can go on, it's btcmap.org. There's a website, there's a Android APK, and the Google Play Store, and then the Apple iOS Store. I've not used the app, I just use it on the website. Just to me, it's just easier to do it like that. And like I said, you could open up the map, and it shows wherever you are. For me, I just put the whole United States. And as you can see, there's a ton of locations that accept Bitcoin. And what I want you to do is kind of take a look at this map. Wherever you're located, you could be in Canada, you could be in Mexico, you could be in the Bahamas. Just find where you are located and see if there's anything next door, you know? And I think what's cool about it is you can kind of see, like, okay, you can kind of create a circular economy, whether that's a coffee shop, you orange pill them, or that's a pizza parlor, you buy some pizza, some sats for slices, slices for sats. And, or it's a local, you know, jewelry store or convenience store, or, you know, maybe you need to buy some wood, you go to a local lumber mill or something, I don't know. And I was actually, a buddy of mine had his bachelor trip in Killington, Vermont last weekend, and we on BTC Map found I found a location in Vermont. It's called iPie Pizzeria. Now, if you're not familiar with Killington, it's a ski resort. It's nuts how big it is and how much fun it was to spend time with his family, the bride's dad, and some of my friends' best friends. And yeah, and honestly, it was a great time. We bought some pizza with some sats, and I made a little video on my YouTube channel. It's got a couple hundred views, which is cool. I didn't really expect it to do that well. I mean, I don't know, well or not a lot or whatever. But we'll take a look at it together, and then if you'd rather just look at it your own time, or if you want, just look up places near you to spend Bitcoin.
All right. Show them the sticker.
So yeah, we
got
Bitcoin. So yeah, we walk into the place, and it's a pizza place. You know, I don't know what you can expect, but it's cool that they have a little sign there. I kind of want to get that myself. And you always gotta ask, is it possible to pay with Bitcoin? It was expensive pizza. Now they did offer a discount. I don't know if I got the discount. I was so like in the moment, like I was so excited. Like you can't really see here, but in my head I'm like, holy shit, I'm actually spending Bitcoin. And you can see this is the Zeus wallet connected to my node over Tor, and I'm paying on chain. I know it's not Lightning, it's on chain. I would have talked about Lightning with them, however, they were busy, and I didn't really feel like doing that. I just kind of wanted to get in, pay. I wanted to respect my friend's time and the one. Yeah, so that's that. Like I said, you could look up in wherever you're located, and you could find some really cool stuff. And it's exciting it was, for me, it was a cool experience to actually pay in Bitcoin. Now, it was anticlimactic because Lightning Network to me is more fun because it's like there's a physical, like, either it's I don't know, there's to me it's I spent a lot of time with my Lightning node, and I'm trying to perfect it and kind of almost become a routing node, rather, kind of. And we could talk about that in future videos. This video, I want to just focus on tools where you could spend Bitcoin in the real world. And I know when I first started this journey, I was like, I'm not going to spend Bitcoin in person. I mean, I bought things on the internet, and I actually want to hint at something that I bought. It should be coming soon. There is a backlog of orders. It's something that can earn me sats. Take that as you will. It's an open source project. I'm excited to create some type of content with that device. And yeah, and honestly, what worked well in this situation was the lady basically had a massive QR code. You kind of could see it in the video. She essentially just held it up, and I went on my app, and I just scanned it with my QR code, paid it from an on-chain balance, just had to input the amount, do the fee, boom. You know, confirm address. You can look at the middle of the address or the end or the beginning, whatever you want to do. And the obstacles, I guess, would be the fees involved. I mean, it really wasn't that bad with the amount I spent because luckily for me, like I said, the cost to send Bitcoin right now on-chain is pretty low comparatively to what it was past 1 to 2 to 3 years. And honestly, like, just the fact that I was able to make some content in person spending Bitcoin was so cool to me. And I really encourage you guys to actually using the tools like BTC Map to find locations near you that you can potentially create a circular economy with Bitcoin. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Like, if you guys have software that you would like to share and not gatekeep. I would love to have an open discussion about software or tools that you're using to find other Bitcoin accepted locations or vendors. And yeah, with that being said, I really just want to thank you guys for tuning in on this short little live stream, and that I'm repping my merch, Silk Road Anonymous Market, Free Ross. Finally came in, and yeah, dude, it's a nice shirt. It's fitted well, but check out the back. Hey, yo, chill with that. Anyways, yeah, like that, Nittany here. Just want to make a quick little video on how to spend Bitcoin in the real world using tools like BTC Map. And yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts are. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. And with that being said, Nittany out.